Got ourselves Arhi slowly waddling towards Anton. Wants to go as honorable as he can. Yo, Anton came in and he blasted it, dude. Look at this honorable bow out of the two. Arhi getting the him with that salute, waiting for Anton. He waited for the bow. He's like, yo, I'm waiting. I am waiting, my guy. Looks like Anton doesn't want to go anywhere. He wants just to get back in there. Just wants to get in the duel. Doesn't want to go for line of sight. And Arhi is more than welcome to oblige. Looks like there's some lag happening for Anton. Getting hit with a stun and a sunder is going to get himself a pet up and running. Hopefully it doesn't really stop Anton. Hopefully he's still able to play the game as this man. Looks like he's getting hit by pretty bad lag. Army of the Dead joining the fight versus Arhi. As Arhi loaded himself up a massive Ellie Blast. Anton takes the hit from Ellie Blast, but he's doing mostly okay. It looks like the Anton, looks like Arhi's Earth Elemental is actually able to aggro the main pet for Anton. Where's the main? Yeah, the pet is actually beating up the Ellie. Oh, Anton better have better pet control because his main pet, he better be attacking the shaman. Stun into Arhi as he pre-walls the stun. As Anton drops down the big A-bomb. The A-bomb is also getting aggroed by Earth Elemental. Dude, that Earth Elemental is very toxic. He's disruptive. Anton backing up out of the Arhi looking for Door of Shadows. Looks like he wants to go instead of Door of Shadows. Just wants to wait it out for a little bit. Stun missing onto Anton as the Sunder came out. Anton able to get a lot of healing as he's converting a lot of that runic power into heal. Arhi's health is low, but he always has that Maelstrom. Always has the mana to top himself off. It's a healer fight right now, as Anton just trying to see if you might be able to tussle with the Shaman God and survive. So far, he's been doing a good job. Arhi next to him, he gets some cooldowns, could be in trouble. Anton has the army that are joining. Arhi actually is pretty low on mana, could be in trouble. Oh, he doesn't have much stone where he tries to get himself a heal. Does get a heal in the last second. Anton stone into Arhi as he gives him a heal in the last second. Arhi somehow is still surviving. Needs a little bit more mana just to catch up. Massive Chain Harvest to recover. Anton has a lot of defenses to follow. AMS is up and it's going to sacrifice his pet and summon a new one immediately. Arhi able to just break away for a second as that's a flesh scout. Arhi making sure to interrupt it. Anton was able to get at least a little bit of flesh scout. Man, this Death Knight just had so much pressure. Arhi able to recover a little bit of mana. So as long as he has mana, he can convert that tiny blue bar into the big blue bar. And he always has a heal. As Anton continued to barrage him, got the swarm rolling in. And Arhi is able to avoid the Unholy Death Knight. This Death Knight is insane, boys. Wall this damage off as Arhi is kind of low on health, but he wants to go for as much damage as possible. Sky Fury totem is down. Does Anton choose to kill it? Anton busting out the Army of the Dead. And he's got himself IBF and things go bad. Arhi able to convert a lot of that mana into healing. Couldn't quite use a lot of lightning bolts there with that Sky Fury. Stun around the corner into Anton as well as the pets. Gonna be that A-bomb joining in. And Anton trying to go for a Chain of Ice into Arhi. He wants the pets to do the most amount of damage. The A-bomb is actually able to get quite a bit of damage as well. And Anton is just kind of stuck behind the pillar, behind the cart. Whoever left this cart out in the open, man, they need to go back and pick it up because Anton is having a hard time getting around this thing. It's just so awkward and bulky. Gonna be Ghostal joining in. Arhi gets plenty of Maelstrom, dropping down the Sky Fury. Anto going for a very defensive play. Chain Harvest doesn't quite get Anto low. Ellie Blast blasts him, but Anto got a lot of healing. He is using Death Strike every time he gets hit with a big hit. Death Strike just does so much more healing the harder he gets hit. Gonna be that grippy hand. Arhi getting stunned up, might be in big trouble. Oh, Anton! Taking down the enhancement Shaman God from good old Russia. Man, these Ruskis, and the answer is Ruski himself. Dude, Ruskis are on a whole nother level when they duel. My goodness, Anton. You're taking a lot of bleed damage from Casino. Use a lot against Arhi. And I wonder if he'll have enough to be able to tussle with the Feral. That is just so much consistent damage, so much pressure. And Necrolord too, so it's just probably the best burst. The best, easiest damage that can't be really stopped. Anton having to burn IBF here. Cyclone is going to have to interrupt it. Christina got himself another flesh cut. Going to be a flesh cut of his own. He knows that Christina's going to craft a flesh cut shield. So he's like, you know what? I'm going to get myself one as well. At least this way he can even it out the odds a little bit. Got himself the swarm in order to ramp up the doubt onto Christina. Is this pet dead for Anton? Oh no, he's still alive. Okay, I didn't see him for a second. That goal is so much smaller looking than like the normal pet, which is like the other goal. But it's going to be Anton buffing up the pet. Going to be Army of the Dead. Stunning to Christina. Got himself thorns. Maybe a wall. It's going to be a wall. Anton pretty low on health. But he's still continuing to strike the damage into Christina. Continue to put the pressure to the fellow. Quick ward by Christina. Going to be a leap away. The grip pulls him back in onto the pets. And Bearform trying to see if he can survive this. Anton recovering a lot of health. Christina is actually under pressure. Going to be the frenzied regeneration. And Anton's just gonna have to let the Feral land the heal. Anton's health is in trouble. Gonna be maybe Dark Pact here as the main comes out. Christina is able to pull all the bleeds in. Does Anton just go for healing? He's continuing to just take as much of the runic power that he generates and try to convert into healing, sacrificing the ghoul as we hit on that 3% dampener. Quick roll by Christina as they have Bark skin up, looking for a bit of regrowth, and Anton trying to catch back up to the Feral. Is gonna go for Hysteria. Grippy hand is up, gonna be that main trick inside of it, needs a lot of healing. Might have to go for a death pact in case things get real dire. Stun to Christina, needs a lot of healing. Lynchborn is up, trying to do damage. Oh, Army that enjoys the fight, short stun to Christina. Oh, Anton! My goodness! Oh my god! Anton! He's the hero we deserve for the Death Knight community, man. The Unholy DKs. I wonder what Lego this man's playing. Wolf is up next. Anton just spent every fiber of his being battling some of the biggest dueling gods of the arena. There's no way he was going to be able to survive the third one as Wolf. Definitely had to etch a name on himself in the history of 5v5 Duels. All he says, I'm playing, he's playing magic build, which is weaker against Death Knight. Okay, that's a fair point. Archie in Russian said that he's playing more of a magic heavy build, which against the Death Knight is generally weaker. And that's true. If the Death Knight is running Spell Warden, a lot of that magic damage could just go into the Spell Warden shield. I don't know if the DK ran Spell Warden. Maybe they're still bugged where they get Spell Warden even if they don't talent into it. Because it could be that the bug is still there. But generally, yes, Archie isn't wrong. Generally, that's true. That when you're playing against Death Knight, magic damage isn't quite as potent as physical damage against them. That's true. Definitely true. I mean, AMS, I mean, the Spell Warden, as I said earlier, I don't know if he actually ran Spell Warden, but that should be pointed out. Eversnitch with the disperses Wolf. This was the pressure on the Shadow Priest. So far, the Priest had to play this super defensively, trying to get the Cobra shots in. I don't know if Snitch got it. Oh, he did not even have a chance. Wolf just sent in the T-Rexes and let them maul the Priest. The Priest is literally made of paper. I mean, it's a clothy. They just got torn to shreds. Oh, Christbet is going to be up next versus Wolf. Now it's going to be a duel of the ages. Wolf himself is also a Necrolord, so is Christbet, so it's going to be a lot of defenses. And Wolf trying to stay in camo. Christbet looking for Wolf if he can find him. This is going to be Gateway as he eats a Tar Trap. And Christbet might have to use the Gateway early. Sets up a Infernal down onto Wolf, into Cataclysm on all the pets. As a Death Chakra is spinning, attacking Christbet, the pet should be able to bust through the Fleshcraft if at all possible. But Wolf is going to need the line of sight of Christbet in order to get some of that damage in. Mortal Coil by Christbet, interfere on Wolf. That's going to be a big casual. Wolf might need to respond here. Turtle show for that Decimating Bolt. I don't know if Christbet Decimating Bolt even gets the empowerment since it goes in Turtle. And since it misses completely. Bonza fall around the corner. Wolf is just going to have to take the damage. Got himself a short Fleshcraft in order to catch back up on health. Going to be quick interrupt and Shadow into Christ, but asses himself up and Immolate. The Infernal was there for the fight, but no longer. Incinerates are flying. Does Christbet actually have empowered Incinerates? Or is that not a thing for now? And Wolf is just trying to kite Christbet around this tiny, tiny tombstone. Whoever is in the grave for that tombstone is probably like just hearing the footsteps and explosions and T-Rexes above him like, hey, keep it down there. It's not a Forsaken, it's like freshly buried taking a nap. Gonna be a fear, but looks like Wolf was able to avoid it completely. Did not interrupt it. Was that fear meant for a pet? Christbet super low in health. Actually, I think Wolf was able just to outlast him, but that's insane. Christbet got himself the wall with a fear. But Christbet is gonna actually cower. Christbet ended up doing like a slash surrender or slash forfeit, which leaves the character kind of cowering in the arena. But he did back out of there. On Forge, what the? Doing another jig as Neverstitch is going to be up next. Quick in cap onto Wolf. Is going to see him for a moment. Neverstitch trying to catch up on a little bit of healing. Going to be Serpent Kick to at least get himself some line of sight. So he might be able to just get away from the Wolves' barrage of Cobra shots. But the pets are going to keep him company back there. Man, that was rough. He's not running Spell Warden. No bug either. It's just anti-caster. True, I agree with you on that one. Christbet says that the DK is very anti-caster. I don't disagree with that at all. Freezing Trap right next to Never. Oh, Never has one of his images get frozen. Which technically does reduce some of the damage he does. Unless it was a Kevin Slime that got frozen. Which might have been. Wolf under a ton of pressure. No Turtle for a bit. I don't know if he's got much. As Never Snitch got the kicks, he got the punches. And he's got the big BDB off without any Turtle. No defenses, no CC. Try to cut me is going to be up next. Nevertheless, just burned a lot of his offensives and one defensive of Karma. I don't know if he burned a Fort Brew yet, but Try should have himself a pretty easy setup here. Got himself images. Gonna go for that BDB a little bit late. Never stage popping off. A diffuse magic for that BDB damage is gonna reduce some of it. Gonna be Ring of Peace and try to cut me. Try to see if he can get into that ring, but can't do it. Pop in his own ring, but Never stage porting out of there. Looking for that recovery. Try to cut me still has a massive advantage. Quick in cap, but Never snitches. He's continued just to run away from the other monk. Looking for the reset. Try to cut me getting slowed. What is slowing him? Actually, was that like a Necrolord puddle? I think that was a... Whenever Necrolords with Marilyn Soulbind, if they're running the right trade setup, and he is Necrolord Marilyn setup, whenever they get hit with a slow, every 30 seconds or a minute, they put down a slow puddle, and the enemies inside of it are extra slow. That's what Try to Cut Me looks like he was walking. I just think we saw the visual for the puddle, which is unfortunate. Try to Kite Me, though. Tried and keep himself in a... somehow winnable position. He got a lot of cooldowns back. Never snitch. Still looking to get a lot of defenses out. Gonna be in cap, but Try to Cut Me. So he has the opener. Lexium gonna be immediately chicken, but Never snitch. That's gonna be Lexium for his own chicken for chicken. Gonna be Karma out of Never snitch. Karma out of Try to Cut Me. Try has full burst available. Never snitch has only images. Got himself Ring of Peace. Zuen is going into space. Zuen is just a ping pong ball right now. Oh, that is so funny. Look at the Zuen bounce. Look at him go. Never Snitch got himself a little bit of healing, rolling away from Try as he got himself that Necrolord shield, the slime shield for just a quick second. Zuen for Zuen. It looks like Never Snitch is the one with the Zuen this time around. Just see how I'm set up. Gonna be that interrupt on the flesh cap. I'm just trying to go for big old Fist of Fury out of Try to Cut Me, trying to parry up Never Snitch, but it's gonna be Fist of Fury back from him. In cap to break the fist. Let's try to cut me, try to go for Vivify. And Tries a little bit behind. Never Snitch could end the duel here. Big kick. And Tries just not in a good spot. Trying to go for a board. Never Snitch, you see one more jab. Try to go for another kick. Big serpent kick out of there. Never Snitch doesn't just catch up. Oh my goodness, that was rough. That was a tough one, boys. As Ilyu is going to be up next. Oh, wait, man, you got to figure out his name. Ilyu Hentius. Ilyu Hentius is about as close as like, oh my goodness. Ilyu. Dropping down, Never Snitch. No trinket for that monkey. Just had a short stun with a chain, with a death chakram. Went in for the big old flank and strike. I think a couple of those raptor strikes into a and into an execute. Fruity Dad. Oh my man, I like your Mog. I like your Maeshar. Said Polly onto Ilyu, and the Ring of Frost to follow does freeze him. Ilyu for a second could have maybe gotten out of it, but I think it was slowed down because I think Fruity is a Night Fae. He does have a slow every time he lands some kind of CC on the enemy. Eyes blocked before Ilyu could do anything. I wonder if that ice block was meant or if that was just accidental. But Fruity tried to catch up on a little bit of healing. I don't think his ice block gives him a heal. So maybe he's just trying to play into the cauterize. He's trying to give him opportunity to live by the cauterize. He was like, you know what? I'm ice block here. I gotta set up later. G-Pie getting loaded up onto Ilyu with a big combustion stun. Gonna be a blink to get out of that stun. Huge damage as Ilyu got himself turtle shell. Fruity Dad is gonna try to see if he can soul shape out of there. Maybe he can go for the soul power siphon or power shift. Gonna be an interrupt onto Ilyu. He's trying to get himself a heal. Look, can you really interrupt the mending bandages? That's so weird. There's a lock on nature. Meteor crashing down into Ilyu as a fireball comes in. Could be in trouble. Phoenix Lane's Pyroblast. Oh, Fruity Dad! How did you do that? How did you survive that? Yo, we had some great duels. I want to see that man play again. What team was he part of? Kreisbad? I want to see Fruity Dad play again. That was amazing. I love it.